Hello Capricorn, Veronica Virgo here with the Very Virgoan channel. This is my very first reading for you and I'm so excited to get started. I'll be reading tonight from the Mythic Tarot, which is based on the Greek myths. I've actually had this deck since 1990. It's still in great shape. The box is torn all to hell, but the cards themselves are still beautiful. I won't be necessarily interpreting all the Greek myths, but where I recognize them, I will. But I will be talking about the images on the deck. We're going to do a reading for you today of career, finances, health, love, and advice. And I'm also going to do a couple of oracle cards and some tarot dice for you. And this is for the month of August. So here we go. Queen of Swords. My goodness, she has come up several times tonight in my other readings. Now, we're thinking about her in terms of career. The Queen of Swords is kind of a harsh mistress. As you can see, like her face is very set. She's very stern. She's pouring out water from a pitcher and she's holding that sword like upright straight. So I'm thinking that some of you might be in a position, maybe in like you're a judge or you're in some sort of legal capacity. You could even be possibly in law enforcement or something like that, but I'm thinking more along the lines of the legal industry. The Queen of Swords is very precise, and that actually fits very well with Capricorn because much of who you are is about precision. And I think in terms of career, what it's trying to say is that you are very knowledgeable in your field. You know what you're talking about and you take no prisoners. If someone comes to you for advice, oh, you give it to them. And sometimes maybe you don't have all the tact that you should, but people still respect you because you're an expert. There's no waste in the advice that you give. Okay, so I think this card is just representing whatever career that you are in. There's ice caps back here because you've been doing it for so long that like you're almost in the winter of your career. You're an expert. That's all I can say, and that you should take confidence in it. The only thing I would advise, given this card, is that maybe you should work on being a little softer. Sometimes, like, when you give advice, try to add a little bit more consideration or emotion. I'm not trying to say you're cruel by any stretch of the imagination, Capricorn, but maybe that, kill them with kindness, as they say. You can cut through the crap, but, make sure that people are appreciated, that you're appreciating them back is what I'm trying to say. When you give advice, people come to you for advice, be grateful for that. Be grateful that people see you as the expert that you are, okay? Finances, the Moon. Now, this is interesting because if you are at a position where you're an expert, something else that this could be, a college professor. I'm also seeing that, okay? Someone who maybe works in mathematics, or like technical, computer science, maybe philosophy. I only say this because that's my background, actually. I'm seeing more like in the hard sciences or in law, okay? Sorry. But I'm saying that because I'm looking at this, and that's why I'm thinking philosopher. Because, you know what? I'm going to go back. Okay, we're starting over here. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Very Virgoan. I'm Veronica. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Welcome, Capricorn. This is Veronica Virgo, and you are watching the Very Virgoan channel. I am a Virgo, but I do readings for all signs, and now we are going to do a reading for you, Capricorn. I'm going to be reading from the Mythic Tarot deck. It's already been shuffled. It's a deck that I bought back in 1990, actually, so I've had it for a very long time, but it's still in great shape. The box is wrecked, but the deck itself is in great shape. So I'm going to be doing a reading of career, finances, health, love, and advice, along with a couple of oracle cards and some tarot dice. So let's get started. Queen of Swords. Okay, thinking about this in terms of career. Now look at the Queen of Swords. She has a very stern, authoritative expression. She has her sword upright, and she's getting rid of any excess. What I'm seeing here in terms of a career, you could be a judge. I'm really seeing judge here, okay? But you could be another legal profession, an attorney who specifically deals with stuff like human rights. I can also see college professors, specifically like computer science, mathematics. You don't have a lot of time for a lot of fluff, okay? Precision is key, and actually that fits with Capricorn because, part of what you're known for is your precision, your ability to be a craftsman or craftsperson, I should say, in what you do. So right here, you're an expert. You're an expert at what you do. But what I would say here, in thinking about, people come to you for advice. You've got the hoary, and I do mean Hoary, cliffs behind you, or not cliffs, mountains, with the ice caps on them, because you know your shit, okay? And people respect you. I have David Bowie's initials, essentially, through symbol on my arm, and he was a Capricorn, and he was seen as an expert in his craft. But with that knowledge and expertise and sort of the elder statesman position, you need to temper it with some artistry. Temper it with some emotion. Don't get rid of all your emotions. Don't come with your sword held in your hand. Have it down. Be ready to raise it when it needs to be raised. But know that you can temper your precision and your preciseness and your exacting nature, your judgment, with a little bit of emotion. So keep that in mind in your career, okay? Not all is lost if you show your emotion every once in a while. All right, moving on to finances. The moon. Now that's interesting because we're seeing you look in all different directions, right? You have all this wisdom. You may be a Cancer rising as well, okay, or a Cancer moon. There seems to be a little bit of like doubt or hesitation here. And I'm wondering if that's maybe coming up in your career, that maybe you're at the point in your career where you're feeling a little stale and you're maybe looking for something. That's my cat Marmalade in the back, by the way. He's about to jump up on this table, but we're just going to incorporate it, okay? I have a lot of cats. They're my familiars and my children. Going back to this, that's why I'm thinking that, like, because career and finances are so tethered together, that maybe you're looking for a way to either expand your expertise and make money from it, or you're looking for a way to sort of re-inject enthusiasm into your work. That emotion that I was talking about, that Cancerian energy. Maybe you need to shift your focus. If you are in law, say you're in human rights, maybe you need to move into family law or something like that. It's worth thinking about. Okay, I know you can't see these cards very well, and that's going to change over time when I have a better setup, but this is all I have right now. All right, health, Queen of Cups. Now, the cups have to do with emotion, often love. And again, we're seeing you in that thronic, I don't think that's a word, but I'm going to make it up, sort of thronic position of power. Maybe in relationships, you've kind of been the stronger personality, but you're okay with that. And I don't assign gender to my cards, even though it presents as female. It can certainly be male or non-binary, but you're queen of all you survey. In terms of relationships. But, you know, we're thinking of this in terms of health. So maybe, you know, your relationships have fortified your health. Maybe you have a good, solid relationship. But one thing that I'm noticing is this sort of water here. That maybe you're feeling like it's not as stable as it used to be. Or maybe you think the person that you're with is too emotional. Or you think you're being too emotional. Maybe the strength is kind of sinking into emotionality. Hey, don't be afraid of that. Embrace it. You've already got all the precision and strength that you need. Allow yourself to sink into those deep wells of emotion, whether that's in a current relationship or one that you're aspiring to be in. Don't be afraid to allow people to see the softer side of Capricorn. Love. 2 of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think you may be in a relationship, but there's someone else. And you're weighing those 2 relationships, and you're afraid that if you go into the other one, you're going to lose yourself in a sea of eros, and you're not going to have that precision in your professional life. It is something to think about. As someone who's lost herself in relationships and her career has failed as a result, I can speak to that 100%. But you also need to figure out what it is you want out of this other relationship, if you're considering 2. Because this person is still half in shadow. You don't really know this person very well, and that's why you're cautious. That's why you're afraid. I'm not saying this person is the wrong choice if you're in a stale relationship and you're looking for new love. But do your homework. You know how to look people up. You've got LexisNexis, for Pete's sake. I'm a paralegal. This is why I know so much about law. Check your resources. You might even need to get a private investigator for this person, okay? Because even though they engage your imagination and your creativity in a way that maybe you haven't been for a long time, you need to make sure they're on the up and up, okay? And that they're not just chasing your wealth and your external appearance and livelihood, shall I say? Okay? Let's look at some advice here. The Emperor. Oh my goodness. You are totally in law, my friend. I know there's going to be some caps out there that's like, I am not in law. I do nothing even associated with law, but I think I'm speaking to some specific people here. And if you're not in law or academia, that's okay. These themes can also apply to you. This is a collective reading, but I do think some certain people are poking out here. But generally, I would say this position has to do with reason and stepping into your ability to do so. You know that you have a gut feeling about this person that doesn't quite set right with you. You need to get to the bottom of it. You need to explore their world. Send out your emissaries quietly to figure out what they're holding. You feel me? You're smart enough to do this. You're in this position for a reason, and the Emperor is reason. Okay? You don't have to do it harshly. You can do it as a human interest experiment, and an experience, I guess, because that's what I just said. But if you want to be stable in your relationships, whether that's to stay with the person that you're with, to be your own person, or to allow yourself to open up to someone who makes you feel like you haven't felt in a very long time. Okay? All right, Capricorn, let's take a look at your stone. Azurite. Get laser focused. You already are in your career. That laser, I mean, that might as well be a laser, right? Look at that thing. But you need to get laser focused in your relationships so that it doesn't overtake your work. All right? You can buy one of these and carry it with you to remind you it's a beautiful stone. Or you can just think about it. Also, if you are a witch or interested in witchcraft at all, I am pulling a spell casting card for you. And I'm going to read you the spell. This says friendship. That's interesting. Now, this is a very feminine card, but it can also be the divine feminine. But I'm thinking you might have a resource, particularly of a female friend or a friend that presents as female, to maybe help you through this. Maybe they're your emissary. They don't have to be the person that goes out to find the information, because you're pretty capable of doing that yourself, but maybe this person is just a good sounding board that you can trust. Maybe this is the person you find yourself getting lost in. They're your friend, but you want to get to know all of the parts of them. I don't know. I'm just saying. So here's a little spell about friendship that you can do. And I put links to all this stuff in my bio, or I'm sorry, I'm speaking like I'm on Instagram, on the description, so you can purchase these for yourself. Spell incantation. Write down the attributes you wish for in a friend and pop the list in a photo frame. Light an orange candle, face west on a Thursday evening during a first quarter moon phase, and say, "An orange candle doth attract. Visualize and be exact. A friend who's loyal and is true has fun with me in all we do. My heart is open to embrace, invitation to their place. Share a laugh, support, confide, friends to keep right by my side." Allow the candle to burn down in front of the picture frame and say, "Gratefully I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be." The magical meanings of this: someone's trying to reach out. You've underestimated somebody's loyalty. Let go and trust. Confide in someone you can trust. Your soul partner has arrived. Capricorn, I'm kind of feeling like now that maybe you're being overly cautious about this person. This might be a friend that you're falling for. I don't know for sure, but I'm just putting it out there, given the spell. So you just need some clarity, but you need to use your reason along with your heart. All right, Capricorn. Oops, I put them in the wrong place. Not that you can really see them, but... All right, let's roll some tarot dice, and then we will be done with your reading. Okay, we've got a 2. We've got Virgo. We've got a 10. And we've got... Hold on a second. I have to look these ones up because I'm still learning. Neptune. All right. Let me think about this. So, this person that you're thinking about is a February 10th baby or an October 2nd baby, or 10 and 2 is how you hold the steering wheel at 10 and 2 or 10 and 2, depending on how you're seeing me. Yeah, 10 and 2, right? I'm seeing you as you see me. I forgot. Very rigid driving. You might need to let go of the wheel. Oops, I turned it to 6. Might need to let go of the wheel. This person could be a Virgo, or perhaps you have a Virgo moon. I understand, so do I. I'm Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Mercury, so I know Virgo. That's why I named the channel Very Virgoan. Okay. And Neptune, I'm kind of associating Neptune with this card because of the watery depths and allowing yourself to go into your intuition, but also tempered by reason, which, as I've said, you're already good at, okay? So you're going to allow yourself to go into these watery depths of Neptune after you do that research on the friend, or have your friend help you do the research, okay? I think good things are ahead of you. You just got to ease up and allow yourself to balance that reason and emotion, okay? Thank you so much, Capricorn. Please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this reading, I will be building it out and having much more for you in the future. See you soon.